Hi everybody, it's Chrissy Sawyer here. Um, this is just a quick update to let you know where I am and just pull a few cards. I know we're going through it. There's so many of us going through what appears to be a gigantic shift, a quantum shift in energy. And I've heard myself saying to clients an awful lot this week, don't underestimate uh, the gravity of the shift that you're going through, because there is this kind of movement in us that once the shift has happened, we're fine. But there's a lot of invisible change that comes in behind this. Let's describe it as a tower moment. There's so much Uranus energy at the moment. It's feeling very electrical. Lots of folk who aren't fully grounded, myself included. And so what that's leading me to is there's going to be a pause in the May readings, because the May readings so far, and I've only done however many I've done, 4 or 5, are colossal. They're not, they're barely in the 3D. And so I'm holding an awful lot of energy that I'm going to do some work with. The Ophiuchus reading and the collapsing of the timelines that happened on that reading has led to 2 or 3 huge Kundalini activations for me. So, so I need to step up my magnesium for a start, because it's having an effect on my circuits. And I think the bottom line of what I'm bringing to you is I'm going to take a pause, and I'm not going to hit record until at least Monday of next week. And that doesn't mean I'm going to, but it means that between now, Thursday 29th, and next Monday, I'm not going to do any recording. So I need to go dark for a few days and just sit with myself and nature and peace and maybe my drum. And yeah. So I'm just being reminded of my decision to dance with the organism known as Ramadan this year. I've never danced with Ramadan before, and the gifts, it's very generous. It's a very generous, loving, powerful energy, which in my child state, which is literally one of the cards that's come out, has left me kind of underestimating it somewhat. Let me just put my Wi-Fi cable in. So yeah, I feel knackered, and there's a big, so I've awakened a different chakra in the throat complex, and that's opening and clearing. And so the energy that's come in for me through this Ramadan adventure, oh lol, okay, let me just bring these 2 cards in. So the card of adventure, yeah, I did. I literally said it, didn't I? I'm so ready for an adventure, but I kind of meant an external adventure with people and fun and laughter and champagne. But this is an inner adventure. And I really want to give a heads up as well to my Ramadan teacher. You've heard me mention Ruba, the heart mender, before. Well, if you're going to learn, then learn from someone who comes from that part of the world and knows that energy. And so Ruba has been kind of guiding me through this and reminded me that we're in the last 10 days of Ramadan, which is a ton of void energy. So going into the void. So I'm not surprised that people aren't grounded at the moment. So I need to take my own medicine and actually do a piece of work that I do for clients in the soul journey sessions that they come in for, and really, really get grounded and pull some earth up into my body. So yeah, Adventure is coming out with Maintain a Childlike Spirit, and my childlike spirit is hugely naive. She's very beautiful. So I walked into Ramadan like a child. I took my beginner's mind in, and on day one, it dropped my prayer. Woke up with my prayer, and then in came Shiva energy with download after download after download. And yesterday, day before yesterday, was just the second of two colossal Shiva activations. And so, so I'm going to go into retreat for a few days because I'm hearing my should. Okay, so there's this equation that goes on with how many days left until May and how many readings I've got left to do, and should comes in with it. And I don't respond well to the word should. That's part of that comes in with the obligation responsibility paradigm. I don't want to be a part of that because this is my joy and my passion. So I'm pursuing joy and passion. If it doesn't feel like that, then I have to be honest and true with myself. So for you guys, big picture, what's being dissolved in us is those subtle old narratives that keep us limited. Like I have this narrative at the moment of what my psyche imagines is the maximum amount of clients I can do in a day. And I have to challenge that because the clients that are coming in are going to make me challenge that. Like I said, they're coming in waves. And if any of you are practitioners in the energetic field of transformation, then you might be seeing the same thing too. So yeah, so I'm going to lock myself away with my new book, which came yesterday, which is Adiyogi, which is First Yogi Shiva, and by the beautiful, beautiful Sadhguru. And I've only just started it. I was reading it between clients yesterday, and the energy is just so beautiful. It's so full of love. So in Chrissy fashion, I've just kind of sat and flicked through the book before I hit record, and look at what's come up. I'm just going to read these couple of paragraphs to you. So it's opened up at the beginning of a new chapter. Page 146, which is 11.2. So here we have the intuitive channel coming in. The chapter is called The Dance of Light. In the eternal stillness of that which is not, that's the void, as the first throb of energy began to reverberate, a new dance came into being. This was the first dance of the cosmos, a tremendous kinetic explosion of energy and ecstasy. Modern science tells us that if electromagnetic energy is applied to a vacuum, subatomic particles will manifest and begin to dance. So I don't know if I did it on a collective video or if I just did it for a client, but I was shown a vision the other day of the void becoming active and spinning. So it creates in circles. And what I was shown was the beginning of particles coming into matter, dropping down, dropping down, dropping down, coming into physical form, and then drilling right down into the densest matter. And the message I got with that was the denser and darker the matter, the more light it can hold. So I'm not surprised our darkness has been demonized in this paradigm. In the yogic tradition, this dance, self-generated from utter stillness, has been called the dance of creation. It has given rise to one of the most significant images of Adiyogi, that of Nataraja, the dancer whose stage is the cosmos, whose dance is the simultaneous creation and destruction of entire universes. In this performance, without beginning or end, the dancer is the dance, and the performer and the witness indissolubly united. Okay. So we're definitely coming into void energy. 29, 4, 15, 20, yeah. So let me do the admin. I want to welcome some new subscribers that have come in. We have 86 Teller. Thank you for being here. It's lovely to have you here. Crystal Clear, thank you for being here. You've left me a comment that started, "This was beautiful," and for some reason YouTube won't let me access or open up the comment. But thank you. I'm so glad you're here. And my beloved Grows Right Out of My Own Heart, who's an existing subscriber and leaves the most beautiful messages and sends me songs that just leave me in tatters. He has a beautiful eye for music. That's what I want to say. He has a beautiful eye for music. So my beloved, you've left me another message that YouTube has decided it isn't going to publish. So I see you and thank you for being here. New subscriber, Goddess Rising, you are so welcome. And Zuzana Simudova, you are so welcome. Thank you guys for being here and enlarging this awesome family of mystics and warriors. We are fantastic. Okay, so a couple more cards are it's interesting, I should go all pink today because this card came out, and what I've been seeing a lot is its opposite, actually, the Yang Fire card. This is the Yin. It feels like the higher heart, the soft baby pink, the higher heart of the innocence and purity. And this is the here and now. So the here and now speaks straight into the void. In fact, this is the gateway, isn't it? Because if you look, we've got the past and the future here. And there is this colossal unraveling of past, whether it be one little narrative that's been holding you back. I literally had a client this week that said, you know, that little narrative that we did last week? I said, yeah. And they said, that has held me back my whole fucking life. So the big picture started to emerge for this awesome client who saw it and grabbed it and grabbed it. We cannot build the new if we're still anchored to the past. So a piece of work I did yesterday was a major unanchoring, a major dissolving of karmic ties. Okay, so I want to, I don't know which cards though. Which cards shall I use? Oh, let's love. Let's use the Art of Love Tarot and just pull a few cards for you guys. I had it in my mind that I might do kind of a one card reading for the remaining signs, but I don't think I think my field is just too I can't get far enough back. I think I've just noticed the next card on the deck, Thinker. So I'm not going to do that because that's another shared. Wow. Okay. Oh my word. My word. My word. My word. Oh my word. Here we have. Look at this alignment. bringing the divine into the container. And what came out between these two guys is the healer. Oh God, that's beautiful. Can you see how they're both tuned into the cosmos? They're both tuned into the third eye. So we've got this masculine cosmic energy here and this feminine nature-based transformative energy here. Yeah, I had a quick sit in the garden this morning and I was just studying the clouds and calling in support and love and messages. And there's this big cumulus with the sun just peeping over the top of it. It was beautiful. And this cloud broke off from this cumulus and it formed the shape of, for me, it would be the shape of the ancient mystics. So very, very tall, elongated skull. But the face was a child, okay, which is like, let's say, the birth of the new mystic, the child mystic. And then that dissolved, that little cloud that broke off dissolved into this part of the skull of a dragon. It was beautiful, very masculine. And then out of the dragon, this, you know how you would draw a bird? That rose up, the tiniest little cloud rose up and then became this eagle. And it went up higher and higher and higher. Which screams at me, I've got to get grounded. Because it's some really, really high electrical energy, which I can really feel in my inner circuitry. I can feel it. So that eagle is the big picture, is phoenix rising, is transformation. Okay, so for those of you that are working with this energy, it might be an idea for you to switch off this weekend. I don't know what's going on astrologically or astronomically. That would be too much information for me at the moment, but I'm just sitting with this energy which feels still and busy all at the same time. Okay, so yeah, we've got the healing of the Emperor and the Empress. I want to pull some more cards. Can we expand on this story for the collective, please? It's too many. Wow. Choices. Lots of paths. Lots of paths. Wow. Lots of paths to take. And how do we meet that? Do we meet that with instant overwhelm? Do we meet that with a fear of getting it right and a fear of getting it wrong? Do we meet that with a should? Or do we meet that with the joy of an innocent child? Throw ourselves at the wall like spaghetti to see what sticks, with no expectation of an outcome, not attaching. Unattached. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's codependency, isn't it? In the many choices is the codependency of the need to succeed and not fail. So that's where the healer's coming in between this Emperor and Empress. This is really high level mastery. It's such a beautiful, profound energy. It's reactivating that throat. All behavior is okay. I did a big piece of work this week client work around pointlessness. And in 2020, I was exploring a field called meaningless joy. And it really put me through the ringer. It really showed me how many old narratives were preventing meaningless joy. And I think I said it in the Aquarius reading for May, because I think they had a card that came out like that, which was meaningless joy. And do you play? So let's take baking a cake. So when you bake a cake, do you bake a cake because people are coming around and it would be nice and I'll enjoy it in the process? Or do you bake a cake because that's such an alchemical transformative process that you can really plant your prana in, really put your energy into and be with, just absolutely be with in the here and now, meaningless, pointless joy. So could pointlessness be the remedy for codependency, where it just doesn't matter? What matters is that you play like a child. I guess if we're walking through this big, profound portal, then bringing beginner's mind to it is really going to support us to learn. Okay. The adventurer on the bottom, adventure card and adventurer. So it's just a repeating message there that adventure happens within as well as without, and a true adventure has no beginning and no end, like the book says. It happens in the here and now, unexpectedly, without agenda. Kind of watch and wait. But what am I watching? Ah, well, that's the question. What am I waiting for? That's the question. But I need to know. I know, I hear you. Revolution. It's turning the wheel. Can't count the amount of times I've seen the world card. The end of big karmic cycles. Getting ready to receive. The 6 is rebalancing. It's heart energy. Look at this. It's allowing yourself to be supported. So many people I'm seeing at the moment aren't good at asking for help. That's another theme. How are you at asking for help? And when you ask for help, how are you at receiving it? Are you wide open to that? To being held in someone else's love? Okay. Let's I'm going to finish with Hero's Journey card. Because why are we here if we're not all heroes to begin with? Taking that heroic warrior pilgrim path. We have one final message for the collective, please. Thank you. Thank you. Oh. There's nothing really I can say on that. 369. This is the immaterial world, 369. Wow. And we are still in supermoon energy. Which is all about revealing what's hidden. Look at this, pleasure again. What is your pleasure principle? I know I ask this question a lot, but it does bear repeating. What's your passion? What sets you on fire? Head towards that. Head towards that. Keep your eyes focused on passion. And what if you could live a life of passion and joy? Passion and joy. This is, if you haven't seen this before, this is my Hugs heart. A beautiful soul sister of mine gave me this years and years ago. And I used to keep it in my car when I worked on the road a lot. And whenever we went over a bump, my in-car joy and passion. Okay, my lovelies. So this crystal is going to go dark for a few days and sit with Adiyogi and study Isha and have more chats and do tons of journaling and bake cakes and drink chamomile. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, share, subscribe, and drop me a comment. If you know anybody that's going through this energy, just share this video with them just because you can. So, leaving you with tons of love. Take care. Have a fabulous weekend. I'll see you soon. Stay safe.